well, this weekend and yesterday in particular at the Day in the Green, Lower Greenville, Lakewood, was one of the most satisfying events and days that I've ever spent at what you would call a church. I just got to give a bunch of shout outs, many of whom I'll forget, but primarily today's little blurb here today is to give some shout outs to the musicians. There were a number of great moments during yesterday's day, and I have to say that the bravest of moments was the opening act, Lauren Taylor, who got up, and I don't want to go into great detail because I think it was meant to be shared to our intimate little group on Saturday, but essentially she rolled out in rhyme and song her life story, including some recent events that were in some ways so unsettling to hear and experience, but very beautiful and genius. She's a talented musician, songwriter, so kudos to her. I have to say the most magical moment for me was in Foss's endearing rendition of his own song called God Made Chicken, when it really melted down the whole crowd because everyone was giggling, but in particular his daughter, who did constant spins during that whole song, and Phoebe held her hands up in total support. It was awesome. Probably the most meaningful and poignant moment for me personally was Linebarger leading Passive Momentum in The Times Are Changing by Bob Dylan, and for some reason there was just something struck a chord in my heart, like that had meaning more than just a song at that moment in that place, but to that place. So that was awesome. What else? The most wheels off moment, Slay trying to describe and introduce his song Devil Town, and no matter how he tried to describe it, it was a little tense playing that to the church group. But what was awesome about it, I was standing next to his dad, and I said, this was his last song, I said, hey, will you run up and close your sunset in prayer and save this moment? And he looked at me and he said, with a frown, and he said, you do it, you redeem it, you're the emergent guy. To which Tim's friends all fell down in laughter, which was pretty funny. Most valuable moment, plural, moments, Red. I mean, he came in and finished us off with a genius set, and needless to say, he provided all the basic ability to pull this off. So Red, you're genius. Go see him at 8 Airs if you have not. Don't talk to me till you do. Support your local musicians. And speaking of supporting local musicians, Doug Burr provided the most prophetic moment when he said to me in response to my question, what do you think? Should we fight through this little rain cloud here or go inside? And he goes, it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. Let's go inside. And we weren't inside before we hit a deluge of 2 inches of rain on us. So, and kudos to Doug for being genius altogether too. So hopefully we'll do it again next year. See you then. Sorry if you missed it. God bless you. Oh yeah, and one shout out to Mr. Red Rooster, who fought through 19 social events on a Saturday to make it there for Foss's set, and kudos to him.